Rolling.
Pod Amongst Men, episode 4.
It's been so long.
It has.
It has. So wait, so we were just talking about cardboard on windows in our first apartments. My first apartment when I moved in Los Angeles, a lot of the stuff was shipped out to me. Like I just flew and my dad would box stuff up and send it. So all my furniture, other than a futon, was boxes. Like my coffee table was boxes.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a box
Bathtub.
apartment. I had like a box pyramid in the corner. Whenever I needed a new box, when one ran out, I just pulled one down and then got rid of the other one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Efficient.
Eventually, I grew up and I got rid of the boxes and got real furniture.
Everybody goes through their cardboard phase, you know?
That's true.
You have to learn. That's where you're growing your own wings,
Yep.
flying out of your nest.
I was so proud when I bought like my first couch. And I brought it out of the store myself and put it in my truck and brought it upstairs by myself. I'm like, I'm a grown man now. I have a couch.
You carried your couch by yourself. Was this a love seat? Or?
It was just a 2-seater, yeah. And I mean, it was a sale at Pier 1 or
It
something.
was just one of those inflatable things for
It was
the
cardboard. Yes, professional cardboard.
Dude, with a dolly, you can move anything in and out of apartments.
True.
There is no pivot.
Yeah, I didn't buy the first couch I bought is the one I have in my house, the one I got when I moved into my apartment last 2 years ago.
Okay.
Before that, I had that futon I bought in Jacksonville,
Oh, yeah.
but that doesn't feel like an accomplishment. Buying a futon?
No, certainly not.
It's almost a step down from cardboard.
I didn't have anything yet.
Well, I still have that same couch as well. In my house, I've got the 3-seater, and that 2-seater is the one from my apartment in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Oh, that's why it smells that way.
Yeah, exactly.
It smells like Hollywood.
Is that what that announcement was on the news this morning? They were trying to figure out what the smell was. And
It was his couch.
It was my couch, yes. It stunk up the city.
Is there a reward for finding what's causing the stench?
They say it was
I'll turn you in.
They say it's New Iberia is causing the stench up here,
Yeah.
which doesn't surprise me.
I went outside and walked around at lunch and did not smell
It was this
anything.
morning.
It was this morning.
It dissipated?
It smelled like cat food. Am I wrong? It
I saw
smelled
somebody
like-
on Facebook saying it smelled like cat food.
That's what I thought
a
it smelled
little
like.
bit. When I first opened up the door, because I'm having my truck worked on, I thought it smelled like radiator fluid. Like crap, pop the trunk, start looking around, and everything was fine. I'm like, but it still smells really bad here at my truck. So, and then the whole walk into the building smelled like crap.
Yeah. It's dissipated. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, and it wasn't there this morning when I came to work, so
Oh.
I missed it. It's
well.
a mystery to me.
So website is up, podamongstmen.com.
All right.
Yep. So we have that going. I still have to figure out an RSS feed and how to like publish this thing properly. We were talking about that the other day. I don't know.
Yeah.
FeedBurner is like, send your RSS feed to us and we'll publish it. I'm like, well, if I just have an RSS feed, then I don't need one. Like, I don't need FeedBurner for that. So I'll figure it out. Who knows?
I feel like somebody who doesn't work in the computer industry.
Right.
When we talk about RSS feeds,
Right.
I don't know.
I know what they are. I don't know how to make them though.
We'll have to get some help.
If only we had an IT department we could call.
Yeah. Don't we have somebody that works on websites?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
So I went to the website. That was pretty cool because if you go on your phone,
Talk close to the microphone. There
come
you
to
go.
me, sucker.
There you go.
So if you open it up on your phone, you can scroll to
Holy shit, they're scrolling on the website?
each video.
Oh.
Works
oh.
mobile. You know, you can just pick which one you want. That's amazing to me.
Oh, okay.
It's like airplane. It's like flight to me. I'm still amazed when I watch a plane fly. I'm like, how
does that happen?
can that just not fall out of the sky?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can scroll.
It must be nice to have such a childlike wonder
Innocence.
still in the world. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
I just walk around all day like
Yeah.
this. Oh my god!
Look at that building. The things it took to make that happen.
Totally stress free.
My sister did win tickets, but I don't know for what. I sent her a text asking her what the tickets are for.
Like some sort of package deal for a festival this weekend. But I was listening to the radio on the way in, and they said such and such and Gabrielle Manju won tickets to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I asked her, and she hasn't told me what the tickets are for. So
She doesn't want to give you them.
maybe
She denied.
I'm-
it.
You are not a guest.
no. I'm not going to be able to go to festival this year anyway because
That's right.
the baby and the
Impending baby.
That's right.
Yeah. yeah.
Baby on hold.
Yeah, speaking of ghetto living arrangements, I've got all this baby stuff in my house, and I've got a cat.
Oh yeah. All right.
So our bassinet right now, I have taped aluminum foil on top of it so the cat can't climb into the bassinet and get like hair and kitty litter and cat poop and stuff all over it. It looks great, like a meth lab for babies. No light is getting in there, or a cat.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Is
great.
it that cats don't like foil? Is that the thing?
They step on it and it makes noise, and they don't like the noise.
Okay.
Although I did this on the kitchen table for probably a month once I got the table, and at first Katniss didn't like it, and then she just
It's
stopped
like everything
caring.
else.
Yeah,
You get used to it.
She got on it, and then she was like, "Fuck you," and laid down. She would sleep on it.
Put
Didn't
some
care.
of those snap pops on there. When little pop rocks in a bag.
The ones you throw like the fireworks.
Yeah, if you
She doesn't step that hard. You have to throw those to make.
But when she
it up.
jumps onto
throw
it,
her onto
yes.
the table.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
I've read you're supposed to take cardboard and cover it in double-sided tape, and then they'll step on it, and their paws will stick, and they don't like that either. So that'll keep them off of surfaces.
That could be problematic if like they step on it and then they flail and it catches on their fur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do that.
How do you train cats?
Squirt gun. And even then, sometimes like Scout loves water. Squirt gun is nothing. She's like, yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Katniss will sit there. She'll look at you, and then she'll slowly edge towards you. You spray her again, and she doesn't run away. She just kind of waits for you to get tired of squirting her.
see, Slim was good. Slim would jump up, you squirt him back down. Now he never wants to go on a counter. But no, I mean, Scout climbs, like jumps on the counter, jumps on the
Yeah.
kitchen. So we have those wire shelves that you put in closets, on the tracks.
Yeah.
So we got, 5 or 6 of them, and then the big one that goes around the top. We'll find the cat up there. Like, it's not like there's a ladder here or anything. How did you get up there? They're all the same distance away from the wall. But yeah, she'll get up there, and where's Scout? Oh, she's up in the corner.
Yeah.
cats, man.
They're amazing.
They're fun.
I walk around like this.
Yeah. Like, whoa, wow, there's
Cats, man.
Oh God, it's amazing.
So what kind of topics did you bring with you?
Oh man, let's see. I wrote them
Bulletproof hair.
down like last week. Or let's see, 4/13/17. What's today's date?
20.
It's almost 2 weeks ago. So they're kind of new questions to me too. I forgot what I wrote down.
All right.
Some of them are boring. Okay. The first one. Did that camera die?
Yeah, apparently it wasn't recording, so we'll see.
Oh, that one. Okay, that's got a red
That's-
light on.
Yeah, no, that's right. I was just checking. I mean, we have enough.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, continue.
All right. Have you ever been in a fist fight?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever?
Next.
What's the story?
Oh,
Did you start it?
no.
Somebody started
I haven't started any of them.
started a beef with you. How many have you been in?
Multiple.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they all band related? Like people were throwing beer bottles and shit at you when you were in your band?
No, that would be awesome and cool. These were random.
In school?
School and nightclub.
Nightclub.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Somebody hitting on Angela and you like went to town?
Pre-Angela.
Pre-Angela. Okay. All right. No good fights. It was just like,
That's the thing about fights is that they never turn out good. I mean,
Mhm.
one of them was really bad. I mean, school shut down and ambulance and school shut down.
School shut
basically,
down. So all right,
for this incident. And
this isn't very
really?
detailed.
No.
huh?
This isn't very detailed.
sounds like it
you,
could be
you need to move
wildly-
the story along faster
Yeah.
with more
So,
action, like the way the fight is.
I don't want to go into details because someone was seriously injured. It's not.
Was it you?
Was it you?
No.
Was it
Did
them?
you injure somebody
Yes.
else?
Yes. So
I don't
Wow.
see him being like the.
when
I
you,
figured like maybe you went off on somebody, and that's why you keep it all in now. But
no, when you see a fight on TV,
Yeah.
it's they duke it out, and then,
Yeah.
they both walk away, and one guy's got a black eye or whatnot.
Sure.
That's how it's supposed to go.
Right.
It,
Yep.
it didn't go that way at all. I mean, it was a nightmare, and I got labeled a bully. And this is back before.
Wow. I want to hear this story. Come on.
No, I'm not going to give you. any
Is there like a
details.
gag order from a lawsuit or something? Why are you being so?
Wait, I'm sorry. What grade was this?
This was it was high school, so
Oh.
ninth grade-ish. But it was just not the way
Did-
fights are supposed to
So
turn out.
they started it and then you ended it.
Yeah.
How long was the fight? how long did it last? Was it like he came after you and you took him down one punch and it's over, or was it like there was some scrapping and some?
Did you curb stomp the dude or something? Like, man, you're being really reticent
Did
here.
you kick his head?
It's not a proud moment. You'd think it would be, but it's
See,
not.
this is interesting, and you're just like just pulling teeth.
I don't
man.
think he's gotten over it. Is the problem?
Yeah.
I have not, and I don't want it to sound like I'm proud of it. So.
No, no, certainly not. But like you've come to live with yourself, and it seems like maybe that's why.
This can be a therapy session for the unresolved issues you have with this fist fight.
Why did you feel that you had to hit the other kid?
I got a temper. I don't know.
Was it a girl?
No,
No. Okay. All right.
no.
Was he older than you or younger
He
than
was.
you? Ooh,
And he started some shit.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
I'll be right back. Let me take this. You
Oh.
talk about your fist fights.
okay. This is why we can't do things during the
I know during the business hours.
workday because
Yeah.
we can get pulled away.
Yeah.
No, second grade, I think there was maybe a fist fight. I tried to throw a couple punches because kids were making fun of me, but that doesn't count. I think my cousin and I used to scrap, but like we were back in karate, and then I'd go spend a weekend at his house, and like by the end of the weekend, we'd just be at each other's throats. And but again, we were still young. It was still like third, fourth grade, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
So that again doesn't really count. Nobody got hurt, and it's family, and so there was no winners or losers.
Yeah.
I've had to block myself from a few punches from an ex-girlfriend. But that's about it. I don't like never on the road or never. I've just always avoided the fights.
See, it's so funny. I totally would have thought you wouldn't have been in any fights at all, and you would have had all sorts of like roadie scraps or something. You know, like
You didn't do security?
fighting with security or Hell's Angels or something. You know, like
No, I mean I never.
Ozzy Osbourne? Something.
No, I never went on those crazy, like aggressive tours.
You
Like
didn't-
I mean, Goo Goo Dolls and Hanson are not really aggressive.
you didn't scrap with Brittany or anything. You weren't.
No.
Like, or what's his name? K-Fed.
Oh my God. I wish you, that would have been the greatest story.
No,
that
no.
you punched K-Fed in his teeth.
If any night there would have been a fight, it would have probably been a Puddle of Mud show. But
Okay.
again, I mean, we all went on stage after having several margaritas most nights, so like, who cares, man? It's a rock show.
Yeah.
Hanson, though, like those girls would fight with each other.
Oh, I'm sure.
that was definitely a problem. But yeah, we just stayed away from it. Like that's a security thing.
Yeah.
No, and roadies get along. I mean, if
Did
you
you
could-
just call Hanson girls?
no, the Hanson fans. I see what you did there.
Because I was like, this is awesome. I feel that way too.
No, I mean, if you get in a fight on the road, you're basically going home. There was almost I was threatened on the very first Goo Goo Doll run. There was a lot of drinking on that first Goo Goo Doll run. It was 60 shows in 6 weeks because it was a media run. So we'd do like
Holy crap.
yeah, no, we'd come to like an office building, like our office in the morning, and sit up in the corner and like play 3 or 4 songs, and then go like do a radio show and play 3 or 4 songs, and then go do a night show and play 10 songs, and then do the same thing the next day. So it was like a show almost every 6 hours. Sometimes you get 8 or 10 hour break in between, and in between you drank and then you slept and you got up and you started drinking, did the show, and over again. So by the end of it, we kind of tested each other's limits already because we're being thrown into positions. Again, like we have 50 guitars and we need to bring all of them out to do a show that's in a corner of an office building.
Yeah.
As well as bringing a monitor console, front of house console, speakers, full everything. So the very last show, we finally had some space. And the monitor guy thought that we should probably treat it like a real show instead of doing what we've done every single day, and that as backline comes in and sound works around us. He's like, no, sound comes in first. That's how a real show's done. And so we kind of went back and forth. He's like, let's go take care of this outside like real men. like I looked at, my manager. I'm like, dude, he just threatened to fight me outside. Come on. And he ended up doing half the next tour and he got fired.
Okay.
So, and I stuck around. So, but there was no fight, but there was the threat of a fight. Now, I wasn't going to take him on. He probably would have beat me up.
It's not about winning.
What's it about?
It's about standing up for yourself. I mean, if you go around punching people in the face, you're just a dick. But I mean, if you are attacked and you defend yourself,
Well, certainly. I wasn't attacked. I was threatened, though. And I didn't need to stand up for myself because I knew I was right.
Yeah.
So it was all good.
Yeah.
Hey, put down the phone, buddy.
I know I'm trying to get something done real quick. I'm working.
I see that. So did you ever get in a fight?
Kinda. Not really. Not any fight where I had an opportunity to swing back.
Okay.
So like I think it was second grade, some guy accused me of throwing a rock at his girlfriend, and he was like a third or fourth grader, you know. And his buddy came and put me in a full Nelson, and then he like wailed on my stomach while my best friend, like, you know, they have the crowd, everybody gathers around. My best friend's in the crowd saying, flip him, and I'm like, I can't, you know.
Flip him.
Yeah. So that didn't go well. And then in high school, freshman year of high school, I had signed up for a woodworking class because in middle school, my different best friend, took a woodworking class and made all sorts of cool stuff. And I was like, okay, that's neat. I never thought I'd want to do woodworking, but why not? So I signed up for it in high school, freshman year, and they overbooked the class. So after, 3 or 4 weeks, they're like, okay, half of you randomly selected are going to auto mechanics. The other half are staying in woodworking. So I got to go to auto mechanics.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah. And
But now you can fix your own car, right?
no, the teacher didn't want the class. It was supposed to be a free hour for him, so he didn't do anything like all year. We sat in the room and I learned how to play hearts and spades and craps, and we just sat around and basically gambled and wasted time.
Wow.
And at Christmas, I had gotten a bag of candy from one of my other classes, Secret Santa gift, and these two guys who hung out together stole the candy from me, and they were playing keep away from the white boy, you know.
Got you.
And I don't know. I guess I made the mistake of going after it. They had this was in the era of big starter jackets, so they had the big like puffy starter jackets on.
Yep.
And I would like go to one and grab his starter jacket and be like, "Give me my candy, motherfucker!" And he'd throw it to the other one, and I'd go back the same thing. They did this for 5 minutes till they get tired of it and threw it in the trash. And I didn't have a backpack at the time for some reason, so I was carrying all my books in my hands, and I had a ton of books. And I retrieved my candy from the trash and put it on top of the pile, and I'm walking out, and the auto mechanics class, there's a garage over here where you could drive a car in, and the door is over here. And the door comes out next to this little driveway area with actual curbs.
Okay.
And the guys are standing there waiting for me. And I walk between them, and I didn't think anything. I was like, this is weird. The two guys are
Escorting me out of the
just
building.
standing there. And I remember looking at the guy right here as I walk past. And then the next thing I know, I wake up on the counter in the woodworking office.
You got sucker punched?
I got sucker punched. The dude knocked me out in one hit. Apparently my body spun around like a rag and I landed with my back on the curb. So I was out for about 20 minutes and my parents were called and I got brought to the hospital and everything was fine, except I had a terrible headache for about 3 days. But there were all these rumors, like my mom made me go back in 7th hour and get my homework from all my teachers, and I would show up and people were like, we heard you died. We heard your back broke, all this. But
Rumors spread fast.
I was very surprised. Like people thought I legitimately died or I was paralyzed or something, and just, I don't know, maybe 10 people saw me get punched.
Wow.
But those two guys ended up getting expelled from school, so...
Good.
I figured justice was served. They had to pay my medical expenses.
Oh.
I had to file a police report, and I was really embarrassed because it was the first time I wrote the word fuck around my dad. He was there with me at the police station, and I had to write down the incident, so I wrote down, give me my candy, motherfucker, as I grabbed his starter jacket, and I was like, oh my God, my dad's right here, and I'm writing fuck down. But yeah, there was that, which wasn't... really a fight. I just got sucker punched. A guy tried to fight me in college there was a party in the apartment next door, and he was this big. I don't know if he was roided or he just worked out, but he was a big, muscular guy.
Did he have a starter jacket on?
No, he did not. He did not.
Because I'm starting to see a theme here. Everybody had a starter jacket.
Starter jacket, yeah. My roommate and I were at another friend's apartment in the same complex playing D&D, like you do, on a Friday night instead of partying in college, you know. And we were walking back to our apartment, and the apartment next to ours was having a party, and there was this big dude. He was up against the railing, and my roommate was walking in front of me, and as my roommate walked by, I noticed the guy did this and pushed back against my roommate and kind of pushed him into the wall. And my roommate just kind of looked at him and kept walking and went into our apartment. And so I'm walking, and he does the same thing to me, except harder. And I turned around, and I was like, "What's your problem, dude?" And he gave me this weird look, didn't say anything. So I keep walking, and then I feel, again, somebody punch me on the back of the head. I've had a lot of hits to the head. And I turn around, and the dude is doing this.
Whoa.
And I was like, what the fuck? You know?
What do I do now?
Yeah. So I was like, I'm just going to go inside because my apartment's right here, you know?
Right.
And I went inside, and the guy, like, stuck his arm in the door, and he was trying to grab me. And my roommate was already sitting on the couch, like, watching The Simpsons. And I was like, Eric, fucking help me, you know? Like, this guy's trying to knock down the door. And Eric was really surprised and got up, and we shoved the guy out. And then the next day, the people next door said that guy, they had called the cops and got him kicked out. Apparently, he had been going to parties at this complex and just causing trouble. He didn't even live there. He just liked to hang out because lots of college kids did.
He's probably still there today.
Probably, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That reminds me. We were at a bar in Chicago, and a few of us sitting around, and we'd been there for a while. And two guys walked in, and they didn't even go to the bar. One just walked in, stood in the corner, and one went to the other side of the bar. And we were sitting there having drinks. I just happened to notice them because I was facing the door. I saw the one guy that walked to the other side. Like there was like a banister or whatever, like full of empty glasses and beer bottles, and they grabbed a beer bottle and put it behind his back. I looked at my table. I'm like, we just have to leave right now. Trust me. We have to go.
Yeah.
This is going to get weird really fast. It was kind of a sketchy bar to begin with. And so we left, and we just went to another bar, but something was about to go down, and we weren't around to stick around to find out.
Yeah.
Sketchy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then speaking of rumors, I got in a car accident in high school shortly after I got a car. And yeah, like by the time I got back into school, which was only a half hour later, I'd been to the hospital. I was drunk. I was stoned. I was on some sort of other drugs.
Uh-huh.
I went to jail. Like all these things happened when really it was just a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like a half hour. It didn't even take that long. But
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah, the whole school knew.
And it's funny because, you know, I don't think people don't purposefully make up rumors. They don't say, oh, I heard so-and-so got hurt. I'm going to say they were attacked by a gorilla or whatever. But people will say, oh, I think what probably happened was, well, and the next person takes that as gospel. They just drop the I think or this probably happened and just, I heard that, blah, blah, blah. And it's just, suddenly that's the gospel truth.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And it would be boring if you didn't. You'd be like, where's Jason Sikora? He just got in an accident. I don't know. Don't care.
Yeah.
Boring would that be?
Man, he must have been stoned or drunk or something to get in a car accident.
Yeah, 'cause that never happens.
That car accidents never happen unless somebody's intoxicated.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I just got my driver's license like 3 weeks earlier. Like, I don't know how to drive yet. Like, I'm still figuring it out. So I just turned, and there was a car coming too fast.
Oh, you caused the accident.
I caused the probably I caused the accident.
Failure to yield.
Yeah, it turned out that the guy that hit me was going too fast and was actually wanted by the police for something else.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like, I did you guys a favor. I shouldn't get any points on my record, but yeah.
But you did.
But I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was improper. It eventually became improper turn. It was only 2 points on my record, but the car was totaled. I had to get a new one. Anyway.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, it was an old Chrysler LeBaron. So at the time, I'm like, I don't want this vehicle. It's manual steering.
So you did it on purpose.
Sucks to drive. No.
Just incriminating.
But no, looking back at it now, like, man, that car was awesome. It had the big bench seats in it. And yeah, that would have been sweet to hang on to, but I didn't care for it at the time.
Well, without power steering. Cars without power steering.
Yeah, no, it really sucked.
Yeah.
Then I got a converted Bronco 2 with a turtle top.
Oh, nice.
And that was awesome, except that it was a turtle top. and I was the only one with the gray Bronco 2 with the turtle top in town. So the minute I skipped school,
Yeah.
everybody saw me, and Mom found out I couldn't go anywhere without being noticed.
Like OJ.
Yep, like OJ.
OJ's Bronco.
With the turtle top.
Yeah.
It probably did have.
All right. Well,
All right.
I feel
Great discussion.
That was a
Manju.
good
That was
subject,
good
Manju.
topic.
I like
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to listen back to it and be like, that was horrible.
Yeah, I can't believe we talked so long about fist fights. How boring. Do you listen to any other podcasts?
I don't, not purposely. I've listened to the one, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like they talk about crimes that have happened and
Serial?
how they got caught. Maybe. I might have been with my wife because she listens to that stuff, but I don't go looking for podcasts. This is all new to me, so I'll walk around like, oh, podcast. That was supposed to be throwback to planes
sorry. I thought
and
you were being
cats.
dead weight again.
No. That'll never happen again. I'll never be dead weight again. So no, I don't
no
really.
podcast. Okay.
No, not even this one. Especially not this one.
Yeah. I've heard bad things about this.
Yeah, right. So driving back and forth to Los Angeles when I first moved out here, definitely Ricky Gervais podcast and the Kevin Smith podcast.
Okay, so how old are podcasts?
They've shortly after like iTunes got big, and
Yeah, I guess so.
and then there was like the audiobooks, and then there was just like people wanted to do like their own little half-hour thing, and it just kind of took off.
Gotcha.
So they've been around. I mean, iTunes is 15 years old.
Something like that.
I mean,
yeah.
the iPhone is over 10 now, so yeah, I mean, they've been around for probably 15 years.
Yeah, it's one of those things that kind of snuck up. Like, you'd hear about podcasts every once in a while, and then suddenly there are like a million of them
Yep.
all over the place.
I used to subscribe to a bunch of them, but I wouldn't get around to listening to all of them. But the Kevin Smith one, the first one he did, is really good.
That Smodcast or whatever was that.
It was basically him and Jason Mewes in a hall up on stage talking to a bunch of people back and forth and telling stories about making the movies. But Jason Mewes had just kind of gotten clean, and after being clean, then getting back on drugs, being clean again. And so by the end of it, Kevin Smith was like, the reason I wanted to do this is to kind of make yourself feel responsible for yourself. And by you having to face all of these stories that we've talked about for the past, 12 weeks, that was kind of the idea, is making Jason Mewes the clean stick. But it was, dude, the stories were amazing. Some of the things those guys did, holy crap. And then definitely I've listened to some with Jody at home over cleaning the house or something. Serial I listened to. We definitely a Free Beer and Hot Wings, but that's more of a radio show, but they broadcast it as a podcast. But that's Free Beer and Hot Wings is kind of where I got the idea for this one. And then we just started listening to Jody's friend, Michelle Dickinson, who's that nanotechnologist, material engineer in New Zealand, is doing a podcast called Stupid Questions for Scientists. And so she hosts it, and she has a scientist and like just some regular dude off the street. And then they talk about sciencey things. And so the one we just listened to was Where Are All the Aliens? And so they talk about just life forms on other planets and why, the possibility of them being there and kind of what NASA's doing and looking and what they're looking for on Mars. And even here on our own planet, like we find new alien life form that we didn't know existed in places that they probably shouldn't exist. So now we have to rethink life forms itself. And,
Right.
And then they get a little sci-fi too, like why are aliens in movies green and gray? And like the scientist has like legitimate answers for these things, so that one's pretty good. That's about it. That's my podcast listening. How about you?
Not really. I've listened to a fair amount of the Ricky Gervais,
Okay.
Stephen Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
Carl Pilkington. Yeah.
Head like a fucking orange. Yeah. Oh, they're so good. They're hilarious.
They're really good.
And I always try, like when we talk about our podcast, I always try to think like, how can I be as funny as Carl? And you can't. That guy is special. He just
really
can't
is.
do it.
Yep.
So I haven't listened to all of those. They've got like years and years worth of podcasts. I listened to Serial, the first season of Serial, which was really good. I haven't listened to season 2. And I just finished listening to S-Town. Was it last week? Yeah, last week.
What's S-Town?
It's another This American Life kind of spin-off, like people that are related to it made a podcast about this town in Alabama, Woodstock, Alabama, and this really very eccentric, very smart guy, John B. McLemore. And it's just a 7-episode series about him, basically. It's really good. It's really good.
Interesting.
If you've got like 7 hours to kill.
Yeah. No, I mean, the podcasts, like I said, I got into them kind of for long drives. And you don't want to listen to music the whole time. And if you're driving with somebody else, you don't want to just talk the whole time because you run out of subjects. So you put on a podcast.
Yeah.
And certainly if I was by myself, a podcast would get me through most of Texas and then, into New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need to kill 8 hours listening to podcasts, just drive through Texas.
Are they continuous or are they episode after episode of the first?
It's episode after episode. But you just download them and, back then you had to put them on your iPad. Like you had to download them ahead of time,
Right.
put them on your iPad, and then now you can just, with your phone, just download them.
Yeah.
Busy guy over there.
Washington, D.C.
You think
Probably
it's Trump?
Oh, God. I hope it is. No one put it on
he
speakerphone?
saw you chatting about him today.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Am I speaking with Brandon?
Yes.
Yeah, Brandon, this is Catherine from United States Federal Grants Fund in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic. What do you want?
Yeah, your voice is breaking. Can you hear me?
I cannot. No. No.
Hello?
What do you want?
I was going to say, put her in front of the microphone, man. Let's make her number 4.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
You're about to get in one.
I was telling him there was the one I used to get on the work phone, and I got it like once a week for a few weeks in a row, and I would just egg the guy on. It was one of those things where there's a money transaction that had to take place, and he was going to give you money in exchange for something, but it had to be through iTunes gift cards, and it had to be like specifically at a Walmart or something.
Right.
And so I would just be like, I don't live near a Walmart. I know the store, but I've never been to one because I really live out in the boondocks here. And well, how about a Family Dollar? And I'm like, no, man, I don't think you understand like where you're calling. We don't have any of those stores and conveniences where I live. And he'd go on for like a half hour, like trying to make this thing happen. And eventually he would give up and hang up on me.
Yeah. But he kept calling?
And he would call the next week too. And yeah, Mr. Jason Sikora.
Isn't this going to just get worse because Trump signed the bill where we have no privacy anymore, pretty much?
I don't think we ever had privacy. No, just stop answering them.
Then it's going to be one of my customers or something, and then I'm going to have them on my block list, and I'm getting in trouble. I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to say, don't call me, and they should never call me.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
I don't know.
Maybe that's how it should be, but yeah, that's not how it's going to be.
Why do I have to download a separate program to block numbers? Because I don't want these people I got another one this morning. You heard? I mean, that's
dude, but
too many.
if it's look, if I don't know the number, I don't answer it.
Yeah, same here.
Now, if it's a local number, maybe because it might be. I mean, there's nobody doing spam calling from 337 yet. So maybe if it's local and like my car's in the shop or I'm waiting on something, I'll answer it. But yeah, if my car's not in the shop, I don't have a pet to pick up, and I'm not waiting on an order somewhere, and I don't know this number, you can leave a message and I'll call you right back.
Right.
What if I'm at a payphone and I call you and leave a message? I got to hang around till you call me back.
Yeah.
Yes, just like
Do payphones even
Better Call
exist anymore?
Saul.
Yeah.
Okay.
I finally started watching Better Call Saul, by the way.
Oh, I watched the first season. I haven't seen the second season. The first season's really good.
Yeah, we're only like 4 or 5 episodes into it. But yeah, he calls from the payphone. He's like, call me back. And then he calls, well, you might be trying to call. Call me back.
I know.
Yeah.
I started watching it and we didn't finish it, so I might go back to it. I heard it was really good, so
Yeah.
I hate to feel like I'm missing out on something.
It's not Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
No.
You know, but
And the first episode was slow. At the end of the first one, we're like, do we just find something else? And like, no, let's just let's just get one more. And if we're not into it, and then at the end of episode 2, we're like, all right, episode 3.
Yeah.
And then it was 11:30 at night. Like, all right, pick it up tomorrow.
yeah, that's when you know it's a good series. Like Friday at Tracy's, we sat there and watched all 7 episodes of was it Big Little Lies, the HBO series.
I don't know that one.
It's apparently based on a book, but it's got Reese Witherspoon, Nicole Kidman, and
I think I know
who else is in it? Anyway, a bunch of people are in it, but those are the main leads. It's really good. Kind of a murder mystery, kind of a female empowerment kind of thing. But it was really good.
There's so many things to watch now.
Mhm.
It becomes impossible. Like I'm behind on movies like 2 or 3 years
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and TV shows now. And
Oh, yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like 8 o'clock. I'm like, all right, I still haven't fed cats. I still haven't done dishes. I can sit down and watch TV and leave all this stuff, or I can be responsible and
Right.
do those things and then just go to bed.
I'm at the point where I'd like to be a television critic just so I can have time to watch all the TV that's out there.
Yep.
Then I'm doing my job. I'm watching all of this.
Watching TV for a living.
Yeah.
Food critic. That'd be good. Just eat. Just go around
Food
and eat
and TV critic.
Yeah.
at the same time.
TV dinner.
All right. Next.
Do you want to do another subject? Or do you want to do trivia?
That's only what, 3?
We've only done 2 subjects. But
2?
we're about a half hour into this.
Okay. This is the first question I wrote down, but I think it's the most important one.
Okay, let's do it.
What do you want this podcast to be about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Really?
I like what we're doing now.
You don't. Well, I mean, not like having a theme, but do you? I don't know. I mean, you think the podcast is tenable? Us just sitting around bullshitting?
Yes. Okay. See what I I had thought
Probably.
about doing was eventually we would do the Star Wars. We'd have it's
Like special episode, a very special episode.
it'll just be Star Wars, and you guys can talk about trivia and
Sure.
theories and this and that.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to what we're doing here,
Yeah.
and then we'll have one for our music. We're going to do the guys who come in and talk about music and maybe play some of the songs. We can have the guys from Eastgate Barbecue come in, and then we can go back to doing our stupid stuff. I mean, I don't think it has to go anywhere.
I mean, I see what you're saying. Like having some sort of a theme that we stick to and then try to work around makes sense. But I don't know if we're there yet. I think there's enough. The theme started off as trying to make a podcast,
Right.
right, and then it kind of became the most interesting one was coming up with things to talk about, but then how we relate to those,
Right.
right? And I don't really want to talk about external things. Like I don't want it to be about politics or
Right,
sports
right.
or anything like that, and that's already overdone anyway. So I think, yeah, like things that we're doing, or like the questions that you had, I thought were great. Like,
They were okay. We could have, but if we incorporate guests from the area, from Lafayette, it's good publicity. It's good support of our hometown. It's good,
Yeah, but that's getting external.
it's external, but it's not like it's nationwide external, like politics or sports. I mean, we could talk about UL, baseball,
Yeah, I guess so.
stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to have a direction. I think the fun is not having direction, because if you start to follow this, outline, then it gets stiff and it's
Right.
like work, and nobody wants to work. We just want to show up.
But it
And
also gives you like something to like think about when it comes to topics and stuff. Not that I want it to be some rigid, structured thing. I'm the last person on earth that enjoys rigidity and structure. But I think, like in my mind, the original idea, the impetus was basically like just recording the bullshit sessions we were having at the desk.
yeah,
you know, 'cause
yep.
they're
And I-
fucking hilarious.
and I think that I'd like to continue with that, at least for a
Yeah.
while. And if it forms into something else, then,
Yeah.
then I'm cool with that.
Okay, yeah.
Guest so when we start bringing in guests, that, I mean, if we do Eastgate, that very much makes it a Lafayette.
Lafayette.
where are you from?
Not here. Caliste Saloon, make a right. That's what the GPS said. That's what I called it the first day. It said to turn on Caliste Saloon, make a right.
Caliste.
All right. All right. So that's something else to think about. Like the more things that we do that are local, I think the more we have to focus on local. Where, I mean, otherwise, who in Chicago cares about Eastgate Barbecue?
People from Chicago can visit here, just like people from here visit
I
Chicago.
suppose.
That's true. I would listen to a podcast about Chicago, about cool places to go in Chicago.
Yeah.
Do you see? You see?
Okay, I like it. Did you bring this pen in here?
Yes, it doesn't work.
No, it's crap.
That's why I left it here. You fell for it, sucker.
I'm like, this thing, it doesn't click. There's this weird button on the side that says push, and it's not working.
When did you bring it in?
Hey, that's not garbage, man.
When,
I don't want somebody else to pick it up and try to use it, Sakura.
That's my
So
other
threw it on the
mixing board
floor.
over there.
when did you bring it in? Last time we had one?
No, it was a couple days ago. I was on a
Oh.
phone call and I was writing stuff.
He uses this
Oh,
room for his
okay.
like private study.
I see. Okay.
I take phone calls in here when I don't want anybody hooping and hollering out there.
Sure.
No, this is a nice room to get away and just
Sometimes I just sleep in here
I come in here in the morning, he's napping on the floor.
with his pen.
Now I have to find that pen. All right, trivia.
Okay.
Oh, also, yeah, one thing that we talked about earlier is after listening to podcasts, when you're not doing something like driving, definitely anything more than a half hour, 45 minutes can start to get a bit much.
Sure.
We did.
Yeah.
We tried to think who listens to podcasts and what are they doing. You know, if they're
Where'd your
driving
mic
across
go?
town.
Oh, there. Okay.
If you're driving across town,
right here is where the best spot
is that the sweet? If I'm right here,
Yeah, no,
Sweet spot?
See what it says the name of the microphone? That's where the pickup is right there.
okay.
Flowery on.
Yeah.
So we were talking about who listens to podcasts and what are they doing. You know, if they're driving from here to Kalisti Saloon,
Sure.
they are not going to be able to listen to a 30-minute podcast. You know, if they're driving to another state or if they're, you know, maybe mowing their grass or something.
If they're,
So you try-
making
what's the-
trenches in their lawn.
What's the sweet spot, you know?
So a half hour is good. And I think if we had, for like, all right, I have 4 more subjects, then we do the trivia, we end it, and we start up another one,
Oh, okay.
you know? And then we just get 2 of them.
Yeah.
45 minutes is pretty good, though. It's not
Yeah.
bad.
I'd say 30 to 45,
I'd say
yeah.
like 45 minutes. Yeah.
We're just getting cranked up at 30.
Yeah.
We're just getting
Yeah.
hilarious at that time.
Okay, man. They're all still working.
All right.
Woo! All right. The first color photograph was taken in what year? Closest without going over.
Are we on trivia already?
What? Yeah, well, I mean, we're at the 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Maybe just under 40 minutes. Do you want another subject first?
No.
We can do another subject, but by the time we're done with trivia, it's going to
Repeat the question, please.
Half of our running time was trying to get you to talk about that fist fight.
That's true.
I'll tell you.
That was a real sleeper right there.
I'll tell you off. Hey, I didn't bring up the topic. You asked me about it. I didn't want to talk about it. You pried.
All right. I think that goes against the stated intent of the podcast.
Ooh, maybe that's a new rule. You have to talk about it.
You have to talk about Fight Club.
It's like truth or dare, I guess. You have to answer.
All right.
No dares, though. It's all true.
Okay.
All right, no, so closest. There's no closest without going
Okay.
over.
What was the question?
Unless you want to do closest without going over. The first color photograph was taken in what year?
Are we talking like there was a shade of blue in it, or like color, full color?
The first color photograph was taken in blank.
Yeah, I don't think he has additional information. I'm going to say 1887.
Okay.
I'm going to say 1901.
You're closer. 1861.
Oh, nice.
Dang, that was a long time.
Right? I saw that. I need to research this now because that seems way, way before. Like, didn't you have to sit there for like 8 hours in order for it just to like get everything, all the light?
I don't think, well, they had to sit there for a while. I don't think 8 hours, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did you have to sit for?
So did you look it up? Who was?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I get busy sometimes.
This is half-assed.
Yeah, seriously. I'm really interested about this trivia question. I'm not going to.
Well, I mean, maybe I should put stars next to these, and then I can report back in on the next podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
What I found.
The new trivia follow-up section.
Ooh.
And you can make like a little theme song for it and everything. Have some little trumpets. Beep, beep, beep. Trivia follow-up. No? No?
only if they're mini trumpets,
Yeah, the
like little tiny ones. Yeah.
Kazoo. I'm okay with that idea. I support it.
I might have to.
I don't think I've answered one correct trivia since we started this podcast.
No.
I don't think I've ever
One day
gotten
you
one.
won. One day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did like 2 or 3 answers.
It's
And-
a win, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, I won
Fine.
one time. Good for me. There's only 2 of us playing.
No, I think you won last week, if I'm not mistaken.
We didn't even
didn't
play
do one
last
last
week.
week.
Well, I'm sorry. Last podcast.
You've been moonlighting behind our backs.
Got another podcast?
Scratch your
So
eyes out.
I just see these as weeks for some reason. I don't know. The Mona Lisa has no blank. She's missing this feature.
Eyebrows.
That's correct.
I don't want to answer now. Can I still answer? Teeth? Oh, it's eyebrows.
Legs.
Hands.
You can see your hands.
I guess
can't see your legs.
that's true. She has no feet.
Yeah.
Cleavage.
A pineapple is neither an apple nor a pine. It is, in fact, this type of fruit.
A type of fruit?
Yes.
Can it just be fruit?
Spiky.
Spiky is not a type of
It's
fruit.
not?
It's part of the spiky family. Yes.
There are, I guess you mean like melon or berry or what are the other kinds of fruits?
I didn't know there were types of fruit.
Yeah,
Fruit
of
is
course
a
there's
fruit.
types of fruit.
Give me a couple of
Or
options.
loops. There's Fruit Loops.
I'm not saying Fruit Loop. That's for sure. I
no-
didn't know there were types of fruit. Like what?
Well, there's the citrus family and the melon family and the berry family, and I don't know what apples are part of, but I'm sure they're like them and pears. I'm sure are part of a family.
What?
Grapes are like vine fruits.
This sounds so made up. I'm going to say,
Yeah.
okay, well, then it's a tree fruit.
They don't even. Pineapples don't even grow in trees.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Look it
actually.
up.
They-
Look it up.
They don't.
No.
They grow upward from the ground, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird the way
They
grow.
are a tree.
Yeah.
See?
It-
Grow from the ground like a
Well,
tree.
I guess you've got a point. If you cut off the top of a pineapple and put it in some soil and water it, it'll eventually grow another pineapple.
Tree fruit.
That is not correct, Mr. Mangia.
Man, I don't know. Melon? Citrus?
Nope.
Melon, citrus?
You got another answer?
Mitrus.
No.
Wait, I'm going to say it's, you said melon and you said citrus.
Yeah. Citrus?
Vine fruit.
It doesn't grow on a vine.
Well,
All right. It is, in fact, a large berry.
It's a berry?
It's a berry.
where do berries grow?
They grow from the ground up,
Like a pineapple?
like a pineapple.
I thought berries,
What a coincidence. Berries grow on shrubs.
It's like Lou Gehrig getting Lou Gehrig's disease. Who would have thought?
What a coincidence. My God, what are the odds?
Blank is the most consumed fruit in the world.
Juicy.
Wow.
Loops.
I'm so glad we can entertain ourselves at least.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody else thinks.
Damn.
You know the boss just walked by and
I
Bert is
know.
laughing her ass off.
I know.
Oh, boss.
Boss man.
Not big boss man. Next boss man.
What was the question?
Little boss man.
Somehow so true. This is the most consumed fruit in the world. In the entire world.
Banana.
World.
That's what I would have thought, but that's not right.
Cantaloupe?
No.
What was that pause? Why would anyone say cantaloupe?
I've never heard anyone say cantaloupe is the most consumed.
Well, no, but I really like cantaloupe, and this is going to be something that isn't going to be your first thought, because like banana or apple is what you would think, but it's because we live in America, and that's what you see the most of, but it's
Kiwi?
not.
Papaya?
Kiwi.
No, but you guys are getting closer.
Plantain?
No.
No.
Isn't that just a banana?
I think it's
Banana's a
related
fruit?
to the banana.
It's a
Oh,
tiny
okay.
banana.
No, a banana is a berry.
If it's not the first thing we would think, I'm going to say pineapple.
No.
Fruit. Tomato.
Oh man.
Wow.
I was just about to say that. I was about
No, this is definitely a sweet fruit.
You didn't specify.
No, it
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I
matter.
am now to help you along. Come on, keep them coming.
in
Blueberries.
the world.
No.
Star fruit.
No. but-
Kiwi.
no, he said
that.
kiwi.
Oh, shit.
No, but go more. Yeah, keep in the exotic, like non-growing in America type fruits. But yet are quite delicious.
I don't really eat fruit, so I'm kind of at my limit of fruit knowledge.
These are in season right now at a decent price, nice and ripe. If you go over to
Avocado.
Fresh Pickens, no,
They have to be in season?
no, they don't have to be in season. They just happen to be right now. I had one like 2 nights ago. I mean, I suppose
I thought they were exclusive or something.
I suppose
Do they have to be in season?
I suppose in order to eat one, yes, it has to be ripe and in season.
Watermelon.
No,
I'm going to be pissed if he says like
Crawfish.
raspberry.
Raspberry.
Yeah, because we said all berries and
no, this is not a berry, and I think it grows on a tree.
coconut.
Apple.
No, but no.
You think it grows on a
I'm pretty sure it grows on a tree.
I think what's another exotic
moss? Moss fruit.
moss fruit? Yeah, yeah.
It definitely has a large seed on the inside. It's really hard to cut unless you know the technique.
Peach.
No,
What the hell is going on?
you can't eat the skin. It's orangish yellow in consistency, and it makes a great smoothie. Oh, come on, you guys!
It's a melon.
Not necessarily a melon.
No.
No. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. You can't eat the skin. You have to remove the fruit from the skin,
Yeah.
and you have to work around when you cut it. You have to work around that seed. Jeez.
I've stopped caring.
Okay. You want to know? It's a mango.
Oh, mango.
I could have sworn you said mango. Play that back. Play it back.
No.
No,
You did not?
He didn't say mango. No.
I said
He
papaya.
said papaya.
Papaya.
And that's why I was like, keep on going down that road. Papaya, yeah.
Mango makes sense.
Yep, it does. Although, I had one the other night. Delicious. Really hard to cut. You ever had a mango? Mm-mm. You ever had a mango?
I mean, I've had it at restaurants. I haven't prepared my own mango.
Get a mango, then yeah, look up on how to cut it. It's quite difficult.
You have to manscape it.
You kind of have to
Mango,
scape
man-
it.
mango
Man scapegoat.
Scapegoat. Did you ever hear the what was it? I think it's Aziz Ansari stand up about 50 Cent ordering grape juice.
No.
He's like at a restaurant and he's like talking with somebody and he realizes like 50 Cent sitting at a table nearby and he orders what does he order? Oh, he orders grapefruit juice. And then when he gets it, he looks at it and he looks at the waiter and he's like, "Hold up. Why isn't this grapefruit juice purple?" And Aziz Ansari is like, "Everybody shut up. I realize there's a grown man who's about to find out what grapefruit juice is." And then like he gets into an argument with the waiter. I wish I could remember the exact words, but he's like, I'm ruining it. Whatever. Look it up. Look it up. People on the camera you're watching, look it up. It's really funny.
Finally.
That was a great story, Mike.
You're
I know.
dead weight.
I
Finally.
know that was terrible. I'm terrible at telling jokes, other people's jokes,
Other people's jokes.
Yeah,
and,
I'm sorry.
and stories.
and stories. Yeah,
Joke stories.
I'm sorry.
Your own.
And I was just told that I am the glue that holds this podcast together.
You are the
and
glue
I
that's
just
true.
did a terrible job.
That's
Yeah.
true. You just
the
come
glue.
unstuck.
Yep, exactly.
I'm so sorry.
Last one. For some reason, I thought we already did this one, but I don't know. Maybe I've just read these so many times. Blank is the only vegetable that is also a flower.
Mango.
It's not a mango or a pineapple. It is a vegetable.
It is a vegetable.
Vegetable.
a
Tomato.
vegetable that is also a flower.
Yep. It comes up from the ground.
Cucumber.
No, cucumber's not a flower.
I've heard of cucumber flowers.
Have you?
No. Carrot flower.
No. It's an actual flower. If you do not pick it in time, it will form flowers.
Honeysuckle flower.
Radish.
No.
Cauliflower.
No, but you're on the right track.
Broccoli.
Yes.
I did it.
A broccoli flower?
Have you ever grown broccoli? It's
Obviously not, because I did not know.
No,
this
so
was
it's down here, grow it in the wintertime, and if you don't cut it, yeah, those little pods at the end of them will all open up to be little yellow flowers.
And at that point,
That
it's
makes
too late
sense.
to eat
Okay.
it.
Yes. Well, you could probably cut off the flowers and still eat like the rest of it, but why would you?
If you were trapped in your front yard and you couldn't get in the house.
Exactly.
And you had to.
Yeah, you can survive on it. I mean, I've eaten them when they're just starting to flower, but yeah, kind of when they start opening up, it's kind of too late. I think.
I guess
don't
that's why
know.
they call them, was it flowerets? The little thing, broccoli flowerets.
Sure. I guess so. I don't know.
Well, that was wonderful trivia.
I feel like I'm a smarter person
Yeah.
after this trivia.
I feel like it was a little too
it was too
fruit
hard.
and vegetable heavy.
Well,
you know?
and I noticed it when I was going over. I'm like, all right, so we got the photograph, we got the Mona Lisa, and then we have
Food.
pineapples, mangoes, and broccoli.
Yeah,
I didn't really mix it up very well. And there was no closest without going over on this one.
yeah.
I'll try to do better next time.
Okay,
I have,
do better.
I have probably 30 more sitting on a computer ready to be printed.
For those listening, Manju is preparing for fatherhood
I am.
any minute now,
Yes.
from what I understand.
Yes,
Like he's on standby.
I am.
Next time we do a podcast, you could be a father.
Hopefully.
If we go as long as we did last time, we might all be new fathers.
Yeah, hopefully.
Excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
Good deal.
I'll bring the baby in. He can be the fourth. Or she. I don't know. We still don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exciting.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's the way it should go. Good deal.
Yeah, I don't like the people that they plan everything out and they've got like, oh, I want everything to be blue or I want everything to be red or
So
I want this monogram bullshit, you know.
So is everything green and yellow in your house?
It's just white.
White, yellow,
Cream.
green. Yeah, it's kind of neutral colors.
Turquoise.
Turquoise? No.
It'll never be turquoise.
I don't know. I don't even know what turquoise is. Yeah, just, neutral. I don't want to assume my baby's gender, you know.
It's already getting too deep.
Let your baby decide its gender.
That's right.
And then what it's going to identify as
That's
later
right.
on in life.
That's right.
Probably a broccoli flower.
Probably.
I'm going to identify from here on out as a mango. All right, let's shut it down.
All right.
I had fun.
Yes.
Bye, everybody. See you next month
Or in a week.
or in a week.